You guys ever been to safari before?
No.
No? It's pretty good. Okay. See a lot of animals last time?
Yeah. I told him, I was like, we should probably go twice.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what I say. Especially if you have that, and it's good for you. Because many times you can. It's never the same, you know? It's never the same. Alright. So, I'm going to have to ask one of you to wait behind the gate until the next shot. So, whoever...
Come on, man. I don't care.
Whoever wants to...
Alright, now don't be shy.
Put it back in. I'm sorry.
And will be juicy though? Definitely, they will be.
Hold on.
We will not be stopping.
Damn it.
So what do you have to do? You did it all the
It's
time.
just because I'm spazzing. So.
I'll be back here in just a second. Just back there.
Yeah, what a good idea. Just strap the car in and a car ride. It's amazing. You really go
welcome aboard, everybody. Step heading on in back there. As you start to settle in, you're going to see there's some net bags down there right below. You can store anything you want in there for the duration of the trip. It'll keep things safe from bouncing around. We're going to hit some rough road out on the trails.
You hear John the bridge for me?
I will if I hear it.
Thank you.
Now, over the years, the animals have become quite used to us bringing tour groups through. They get closer than they normally would. That's good. We get some good pictures, but it's kind of bad for them. They're losing their fear of humans. And we do have a bit of a poacher problem in the reserve itself. We have 800 square miles of bush country to cover out here. The reserve constantly patrolled by wardens. Might actually try to get in touch with that warden patrol just a little bit later on. Just going to watch that vehicle go. There they go. And we're going to head into, hang on, here we go. Here we are. This is it. We are officially in the reserve now, so we'll keep our eyes open here. Ending we might spot. Oh, here we go. Greater kudu on the hill next to us back there. Lying down in the shade, light brown striped antelope just between the trees. Greater kudu, second largest antelope in Africa, a little bit smaller than a Patterson's eland. Okapi coming down off the opposite hillside out there. Now, believe it or not, the okapi with the zebra-like striping on the legs and the hind quarter, not a member of the zebra family. They're a member of the giraffe family. They're very shy too. Only discovered by the Western world in 1901. Until then, they were only thought to be a myth. Coming up to a watering hole. Now, watering holes very important to the life cycles of the animals. This one, on occasion, known to attract black rhinos. We get very, very lucky. We may spot one. There's one,
right
lying down just past the fallen trees by the water here. Now, black rhinos have been hit very hard by poaching. Only about 3,600 of them left in Africa now. They have 1-inch thick skin, very tough, and it can repel any carnivore known except for man. Man is considered to be their greatest enemy. Bongo, running across up by the trail here. Looks like quite a few of them here. Dark brown striped antelope, long swept back horns. Bongo's actually very, very shy. They're known as the ghost of the forest. Very seldom seen in the daytime hours. Yellow-billed stork right across the trail here, coming past the bamboo. Now, yellow-billed storks, they eat anything. Snakes, frogs, fish, other small birds, too, if necessary. Saddle-billed stork out there, too, the large black and white birds. One of the tallest storks in Africa. Fully grown, stand 5 feet tall. Get the name from the yellow and orange mark on the bill that looks like a saddle. Newborn baby hippos weigh about 85 pounds. Full-grown male can tilt the scales at about 5,000. Here we go, other side of the river here. Now, as you watch the hippos, you might see some of them moving underwater. People have a tendency to think hippos swim underwater. Hippos don't swim in the way that we know it. If they're moving, they're walking, or they're gliding across the river bottom. Full-grown hippos can hold their breath underwater for about 8 minutes at a time. Pink-backed pelicans here, too. Those are the large pelicans you see nesting all across the island. Pink-backed pelicans, whole flock, able to gather fish in the shallow water so they all feed at the same time. Now, they're a lot larger and a lot more aggressive than their American cousin, the alligator. Some of them can grow up to 20 feet in length. Now, we just left one ecosystem. We're going to start to a completely different one. But as we do, check out the large tree next to us here. That's a baobab tree. And you're going to see it's a very common sight out on the plains plains of Africa. They need fresh drinking water. One of my favorite views right here, the savanna down below. The savanna, part of the vast Serengeti grassland system. Now, the Serengeti grassland system stretches for hundreds of miles across Africa. Sort of acts as a migratory superhighway for animals like zebra and wildebeest, while antelope, lion, and elephant live here year-round. And it is all part of the wild Africa we are working very, very hard to save. A lot of people think they're rocks. They're not rocks, they're termite mounds. They're hard as concrete. Elephants use them like a scratching post. When they wear them down, antelopes use them as a lookout point to watch for lions or other predators hiding in very tall grass. And Coley cattle, by the old trail there, you're going to see them with the long horns. Now you can see that red clay pit up there. That's where Wilson said he saw that elephant herd, so that's where we're heading. See if we can catch up to them. Also going to see if we can get a little something on the radio out here for us, too. All right, we made it to the red clay pit. Looks like Wilson was right. Elephants did come through. Lots of tusk marks and footprints. Good indication they came by. Elephants eat this red clay. Gives them various nutrients. Their daily diet of leaves and grass does not. There we go. There's an elephant out in the distance, so we might be starting to catch up to the main portion of the herd up here. And we've seen these elephants with ivory tusks. Both the male and the female of the African elephant species have ivory tusks. Unfortunately, though, that is exactly what a poacher would go after them for. Ah, some greater flamingo up ahead of us here. Right around the island, light pink flamingo. Lightest pink flamingo in the species in Africa. Now, greater flamingo get their pink coloring from beta-carotene. They get that from the brine shrimp they eat. The grayish-looking ones that you see mixed in, they are still considered to be babies. And they'll get pinker as time goes by. It'll take about a year, maybe a little bit longer. Oh, white rhinos. Looks like straight ahead of us there, over by the tree. Looking right up across on the hillside. Now, white rhinos, one of the great success stories in Africa. Nearly poached to extinction for the very impressive horn they have, but thanks to anti-poaching messages and conservation efforts, they are coming back in sustainable numbers. Now, lions are usually inactive most of the day, between 18 and 20 hours. Only large cat group that hunts collectively in what's called a pride. Female would do the majority of the hunting for the pride group. Male would stay behind to protect the lion cubs. Scimitar horned oryx up ahead both sides of the trail. Horns on the oryx about 42 inches in length, take the name from the Middle Eastern sword, the scimitar, which the horns closely resemble. Bontebok on the opposite hill here, dark brown antelopes. Now, Bontebok nearly hunted to extinction in the 19th century. Fortunately, because of reserves like the one we're on now, they are making a comeback, but they're still extinct in the wild. Now, ostrich eggs, largest bird eggs in the animal kingdom. They're heavy, too. Each one of those eggs can weigh anywhere from 3 to 5 pounds apiece.